What's going on everybody? My name is TK and today I'm going to be teaching you how to do 3 super simple in-camera transitions. Transitions that only require a simple cut when editing. So let's take a look. Okay, so now I'm going to break down those transitions and show you exactly how we filmed them to get them nice and clean. I'm also going to go through the camera settings we used and exactly what we did in order to get those shots to work. This video is also sponsored by Squarespace, so if you're looking to make a really cool website in a really easy way, check out Squarespace. So the first transition that we saw was Richmond walking down the laneway and the camera panning past his backpack to reveal him in a new location. This was quite a seamless shot, and how we got it was I filmed this on a gimbal. I made sure to get a beautiful shot of Richmond straight up, and then as he walked past, I swiped the camera across his backpack as closely as I could, knowing I would match this up with a very similar shot later on. I matched that shot with one of Richmond sitting on the pier with the beautiful city behind him, making sure to do the same thing, swiping past his backpack, but then revealing him taking photos with the beautiful city in the background. This worked really well because we moved the camera in the same direction on the gimbal, and the backpack, it's the same color in both clips, so you can't really notice a change. The next transition shows me throwing my jacket in front of the camera, and then I got Richmond to do something very similar. To pull off this effect, I threw my jacket right over the lens of the camera, making sure to cover the entire frame. For the second part of this clip, I got Richmond to throw the jacket in front of the camera like we did before to get the exact same kind of frame. The movement of the jacket also creates a lot of blur. Having your shutter speed setting set to a natural motion blur, in this case 25 frames to 1/50th of a second shutter speed, is a natural motion blur. This is the PAL settings for Australia. America uses NTSC, so that's 24 frames per second with 1/48th over a second, I believe. Motion blur is really important when doing these transitions because it gives you a fluent effect when joining the clips in post. When we were filming on the day, this transition actually took a long time to do because for some reason, I'd never put on a jacket this way in my entire life, and I just couldn't do it. I think I had about 10 attempts at doing this and each time didn't really work out. So I just went with the clip of Richmond throwing it over his shoulder. That seemed to work out the best. And the last transition, I had Richmond walk down some stairs with a quick swipe to the left, showing him taking a photo over the beautiful city. In order to pull this transition off, I filmed Richmond and then swung my camera to the left to get a blurred image of the concrete wall by my side. I then filmed another clip doing the same thing, swiping my camera across to Richmond, then revealing the beautiful city, making sure I got a very similar image of the blurred wall to the concrete wall before. In order to pull off all these transitions, it's very important that your camera moves in the same direction on both clips, or the item you're throwing moves in the same direction, and that both the colors are the same on each transition, and that your camera is set to a good shutter speed so you can get natural motion blur. So now that I've shown you how we film those transitions, I'm going to show you how we put it together in post with just an easy cut. But before we get into that, a quick moment from my sponsor. Squarespace is a very simple platform to use when building a website or a domain, and can even be really fun in the process. Rather than starting a website from scratch, they give you a ton of different templates to choose from straight up, and some of them are already tailored to fit certain designs. It's super easy to upload your own videos and photos and change things around to suit your own style. So if you're looking to stand out with an amazing website that's easy to build, head over to squarespace.com to start your free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use the discount code BENTK for 10% off. Looking to make a beautiful website? Make it with Squarespace. Now we're inside Premiere Pro and I've got these clips next to each other that aren't yet edited to be a transition. What I'm going to need to do is find the point in these clips where the motion or the object goes in front of the camera at a perfect spot where it will match the following clip. So let's start with the backpack. I'm going to cut it right just a bit before this, so it goes in front of the camera completely. We don't see any background. And then I'm gonna pick the part where it does the same on the second clip, which is about here. I'm gonna drag that over to the next one, and look at that. It's a seamless transition with just a cut. I'm gonna do the same thing for the jacket. About there should work. So I'm just gonna cut this one here, move that over and see if that works. And that seemed to work pretty damn good. And for the last clip of Richmond walking down the stairs, I'm gonna pick one before this. This shot here looks really nice. Because it's the same color as the next wall that I moved the camera from, it's gonna blend in perfectly. I'm gonna pick there. But yeah, that looks pretty good. And that's pretty much it, that looks great. These transitions are super simple and they look seamless. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this quick in-camera transition tutorial, and I hope it helped you out so now you can go out and make some cool transitions without doing some insane effects that take a long time to do. Apart from that, the next few videos should be some cinematic vlogs, which I'm super excited to get back into because it's been ages since I've made one, and that's kind of my thing, you know? I love doing that. So I'll see you guys in that video next.